So, you want to upgrade your spring SVD replica. Well, here's my take on how you're supposed to do that. First, I'll show you the manual of arms for my upgrade set. Moving forward, how you cock it. You don't need use the main lever, but the safety. Grab it like so. Simple as pie. Release slowly. This is my whole shtick. It uses AirsoftPro CO2 adapter in it. Now I'll show you how to reload and a whole set of upgrades for it. How to replace the CO2 cartridge inside. Well, flip down the lever. Lift up the top cover, rotate and pull out. Now you push back on the spring guide and lift. You can pull it off. And you can remove the cylinder, and now just unscrew, place in the CO2. According to my calculations, it fires 60 effective shots before the CO2 pressure gets too low to be effective. 60 shots is about 2 low caps, so after you fire 2 low caps you need to replace the CO2 cartridge, even though there's a bit of gas still inside. The next mod is a shorter and crisper and more repeatable trigger pull. The sear of the trigger engages here on this edge. As you can see, I put in a spacer on it, so I shorten the travel, the surface area on which the sear engages, so the trigger pull is much lighter and shorter. The second trigger improvement concerns this. When the cylinder is locked back, it has free movement before the sear starts to engage, release. First off, so it's cocked, and first the cylinder is pulled down, then it hits the spring guide, and now that it's bottomed out, the sear can start releasing. So first off, you had this free movement, and when it's pulled down all the way, it doesn't move, then the sear can start releasing. So this is where this bushing, this spacer, comes in. When the cylinder is cocked back all the way, see, it doesn't move a bit. It perfectly fits the inside of the cylinder. So when you start pulling the trigger, you are releasing the sear. No pre-cocking, or I don't know, pre-releasing or preparing the trigger for the release. So this is much more repeatable trigger pull. And now to the power reduction mod. These stock adapters fire about 6 to 7 joules. So no go in most of the world. Well, it goes in Poland, so anyway, here I made a small spacer or a bushing, so this adapter slides smoothly inside the main cylinder. But yeah, back to the power problem. You need to take an AEG spring and cut it down to size and test. This is probably an M100 spring or something like that. Cut it to the same length, maybe a bit longer than the basic spring, the spring that you got it with, and test. Do a lot of tests. I probably cut maybe 6 springs before I got it to about 3.5 joules. I'm waiting to settle this spring in, so I'll see where I'm at. The manual of arms mod. Pull the trigger, extend your trigger finger, pull cylinder back, and it goes forward with the return spring, as in a stock spring replica. As you've seen, I removed the safety lever, drilled a hole, so I attached a large knob on it and attached it to the cylinder with 2 screws here at the back, so you can put it back and forth. Nice and easy. And the most important upgrade you can do to this style of replica, this spring SVD type replica, is replacement of the stock hop-up unit. This is an AirsoftPro hop-up unit, rotary style. It allows you to use AEG rubbers and inner barrels, and it's a huge improvement to the stock hop-up unit. So yeah, if you're replacing anything, replace the hop-up unit and use heavier BBs. Now, another very annoying problem that all SVD spring replicas have is the wobbly outer barrel. Now, I thought I'll fix that by buying the AirsoftPro adapter or interface piece that secures the outer barrel to the receiver, and it does that 50%, because it secures the outer barrel inside the interface, but the interface is still very wobbly inside the receiver, because it's secured just by like 4 screws, just here and here. You can see the empty holes here and here. So I decided to do my own reconfiguration. As you can see, 2 sets by 3 set screws. 1, 2, on this side 3, and another one in the front. 1, 2, 3. This really secures the outer barrel inside the receiver, and it helps you to regulate the outer barrel, the hop-up unit, to the cylinder, so that the nozzle just drops inside the hop-up unit, so it doesn't knock it when it slams forward into it. So that doesn't damage the nozzle, and there's no hitch when it goes to in battery, as we say. Now I'll show you how to reassemble the replica once you replace the CO2 cartridge. First off, here 2 screws that secure the spring guide are now Loctited in, so they're fixed, and you just slide them through these holes on the spring guide. You see them, just slide them in. They're stock, nothing special, no modifications needed. Align both springs to the adapter and the main cylinder. Slide it in, slide in, so lock it back. Okay. Yeah, okay, works. Now the top cover. I had to sand down the mount so it stays in place, and you can slide in the top cover without removing the scope. Needs a bit of finagling. Settled in, lock it in, and you're ready to go. Just cock and bang. So yeah, like I said before, the CO2 cartridge is effective for about 60 shots. That's about shot every second, maybe 1 every 2 seconds. Don't get crazy with it, because it's a sniper rifle, you know. The joule drop is about, if you start with like 3.5 joules, at the end you'll probably drop to 2.8 joules. So yeah, quite a drop, but well, if you want less drop, then it's effective for like 50 shots, let's say. You know, the more consistent you want it, the less shots you'll fire. So, but yeah, the good compromise is about 60 BBs. Like I said before, 2 mid caps, and it's a good rule of thumb. Once you're empty, you need to replace the CO2 cartridge. So yeah, this, in my opinion, are necessary upgrades that need to be done if you want to have a usable replica. If you want to do the relatively easier way, you can buy AEG SVD, and so yeah, I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please like, you can share, you can subscribe, and leave a comment if I missed anything, or if you have any other extra questions for me. Until next time, stay safe, my friends.